Now the last component of ecosystem. We know that we are studying components of ecosystem: productivity, decomposition, energy flow, and finally nutrient cycling. Nutrient cycling is also called as biogeochemical cycles. Biogeochemical cycles. Bio means living organism, plants, animals, microorganism. Geo refers to earth. Chemical, some of the chemicals like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, these chemicals, they rotate. They mean they move from living organism to the earth, maybe lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere. This kind of cycle is called as nutrient cycling or biogeochemical cycles. These cycles, they are of two types: gaseous cycle and sedimentary cycle. Gaseous cycle and sedimentary cycle. Now what is this gaseous cycle and sedimentary cycle? In any biogeochemical cycle or nutrient cycling, there are two phases. One is, or two pool we call. One is exchange pool. One is exchange pool and the other is reservoir pool or the reserve pool. Now, if you take example of oxygen cycle, we take in oxygen from the atmosphere. In the atmosphere, oxygen is stored. So that is the reservoir of the oxygen. Atmosphere is the reservoir of the oxygen. From there, we take in oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide again goes to the reservoir, that is in the atmosphere. And from there, carbon dioxide will be taken up by plants. They release oxygen during photosynthesis. So here that reservoir pool is atmosphere. Ourself and plant, we belong to exchange pool. So reservoir pool decides whether a cycle is gaseous or sedimentary. In oxygen cycle, reservoir pool is atmosphere. If atmosphere is the reservoir pool, then it is gaseous cycle. Oxygen cycle, carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle. Sedimentary means if the reservoir pool is lithosphere or hydrosphere. Lithosphere means soil or rock. Then we call it as sedimentary cycle. And example for sedimentary cycle is phosphorus cycle and sulfur cycle. Now for your study, phosphorus cycle is very important. You have to draw the schematic representation of phosphorus cycle and you should learn what exactly happens during phosphorus cycle. So come on dear students, now we will study phosphorus cycle. So now this phosphorus cycle, this is the schematic representation of phosphorus cycle. We'll understand or we'll try to understand this. See, producers are the plants. Producers, they contain phosphorus in it. Rich amount of phosphorus is present in the plant body. Consumers means the animal which are dependent on that. So when consumers eat them, phosphorus will move into the body of consumers, animals. When animals, they die or any part of the animal fall on the ground, it is considered as detritus. That detritus decomposes and phosphorus will get liberated in the soil solution. Now phosphorus is present here in the soil solution. How it came into the soil solution? Plants, the phosphorus present in the plant, when plant is eaten by animal, phosphorus entered into the body of animal. When animal converted into detritus and their body decomposed, it entered into soil. At the same time, plant can also produce litter. Litter means if a tree is there, leaf will fall down, branches are falling down, all those will also become detritus. They also decompose to enter phosphorus into soil solution. This is by one method. Another method, rock minerals. Rock minerals means rocks, huge boulders, they are rich with phosphorus. So by the withering of rock, by wind or water action, the phosphorus come out and it enter into soil solution. So here is soil solution. Now phosphorus is here. Again this phosphorus in the form of phosphate is absorbed by plant itself. Plant can absorb it with the help of root. It is the nutrients. So nutrient cycling it is. Nutrients again entering into the body of plant. And again its cycle continues. Whereas a part of that runoff, that is along with the water, it enters into ocean or river and settles at the bottom in the bed of the ocean or river bottom. So this is exactly represents schematic way of phosphorus cycle. Thank you students. Thank you very much.